Today in this video lesson we are going to do the last part of mensuration, that is spheres, right? So in this lesson I am going to tell you how to find volume, the total surface area, the curved surface area of a hemisphere and a sphere. Okay, then let's start. Now first let me tell you what is a sphere, right? So a sphere is a geometrical object in three-dimensional space, that is just like the surface of a ball, right? Now like a circle is our two-dimensional figure. Circle is a two-dimensional figure. This is a circle. It is a two-dimensional figure. It has only length and width. But a sphere is a three-dimensional figure which has length, width and height also. It has what? Height. Just like a ball. It is just like a ball. It is just like a circle or a bangle or a ring. Got it? So this is a sphere which has three dimensions. What? Length, width and height. So this is a sphere. And circle is a two-dimensional figure. You should know the difference between these two. Right? A bangle, right, is a circle, and this ball, a plastic ball or a shot put ball, this is an example of a sphere. Now today I'll tell you how to find the volume, the curved surface area and the total surface area of this sphere. Got it? Now suppose this is the radius of this sphere. So whenever you are asked to find its curved surface area, so curved surface area of a sphere is 4 into pi into r square. So curved surface area of a square is how much? 4 pi into square of its radius. This is the curved surface area. And in case of sphere, curved surface area is same as total surface area. So curved surface area is same as what? Total surface area, and that is equals to 4 pi r square. So this is the surface area of a sphere, whether it's a curved surface area or a total surface area, both are same. Now second comes the volume. So volume of this sphere is 4 upon 3 pi into cube of the radius. Got it? So this is the volume of this sphere. What is the volume of a sphere? 4 upon 3 pi into r cube. Whether it's a hollow sphere or a solid sphere, the volume will remain same. 4 upon 3 pi r cube, right? And the curved surface area will be equals to total surface area in case of a sphere. Got it? Now, so these two formulae you should know, right? This is simple. Now next thing is the hemisphere. Now I am going to tell you about what? Hemisphere. What is a hemisphere? Hemisphere means if we cut this sphere into two parts, so each part will look somewhat like this. This is called a hemisphere, right? One part will be like this, another part will be like this if you cut it, right? So if you just cut it from the center, this sphere, into two parts, each part is called what? Hemisphere, right? Now I'll tell you how to find the curved surface area and total surface area of this hemisphere. Got it? Now this hemisphere I can divide into two parts. First part is the solid hemisphere. Second part is hollow hemisphere, right? So I'll tell you about solid hemisphere also and hollow hemisphere. Now this hollow hemisphere again can be categorized as hollow hemisphere, hollow with some thickness, and another is hollow hemisphere without any thickness or negligible thickness. So this hollow we will divide into two parts, hollow hemisphere, right? Hollow hemisphere with some thickness and hollow hemisphere without any thickness, right? So now I'll tell you how to find the curved surface area, the total surface area and the volume of a solid hemisphere, of a hollow hemisphere with some thickness, of a hollow hemisphere without any thickness, right? Now this is a hemisphere, got it? Let the radius of this hemisphere be r. Now if you are asked to find curved surface area of this hemisphere, see what is the curved surface area of a sphere, that is 4 pi into r square. Since it's a hemisphere, so we will divide it by 2. So half of it, half the curved surface area of the sphere, right? So with 2 this cancels, so you will get curved surface area of a hemisphere equals to 2 pi r square. So this is the curved surface area of a solid hemisphere. What we have taken right now? Solid hemisphere, right? So its curved surface area is 2 pi r square, got it? And if you are asked to find its total surface area, right? So total surface means curved surface area will be there, curved surface area plus area of base, right? Plus area of base, and base is a circle. So total surface area will be 2 pi r square. This is the curved surface area, plus area of base will be pi r square. So this will be 3 pi r square. So total surface area will be 3 pi r square. It will be what? Curved surface area plus area of this base. This will give you what? Total surface area of this hemisphere. Okay. Now if you are asked to find the volume of this hemisphere, since it's a solid hemisphere, so its volume will be the volume of the material of which it is made up of. So its volume will be half the volume of a sphere. Half the volume of a sphere is how much? 4 upon 3 pi into r cube. This is the volume of the whole sphere. You half it, you will get volume of a hemisphere. This volume means it's not its capacity, it's the material of which it is made up of. So 2 2 ja 4. So what you will get? 2 upon 3 pi into r cube. This will give you the volume of a solid hemisphere, right? So the curved surface area of a solid hemisphere is 2 pi r square, and volume of a hemisphere is 2 upon 3 pi r cube. Half the volume of the what you call that sphere, and here curved surface is 2 pi r square. So total surface area will be 2 pi r square, that is curved surface area plus area of the base. Base is circular, so area of circle is pi r square. So you add pi r square to it, it will be 3 pi r square, right? Now after this I'll tell you how to find the curved surface area, the total surface area and the volume of a hemisphere. Now this time we will not take solid, we will take what? Hollow hemisphere, right? Now this is a hollow hemisphere with negligible thickness. Negligible thickness means it is made up of a sheet which has negligible thickness, which is very very thin, right? That means its internal radius and external radius both are same. The thickness is negligible. So let's take first to calculate its curved surface area. What we are calculating? The curved surface area. Again, the curved surface area of this hemisphere with negligible thickness will be half the curved surface area of a sphere. That is half into 4 pi r square. This is the curved surface from outside, right? It is the curved surface which is from outside. From inside also there is a curved surface. Right. So first let's calculate it. It will be how much? 2 pi r square. Right. So this is the external curved surface area. What is it? External curved surface area. Right. And same will be the internal curved surface area. What will be internal curved surface area? Internal curved surface area will also be same, 2 pi r square. Right. So according to question, right, you can use this formula, you can use this formula if it is asked what is the total external and internal curved surface area. What is it? External and internal curved surface area. This will be equals to this plus this, that is 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r square. That gives you 4 pi r square. Right. So this is the sum of what? External and internal curved surface area. Got it? So this is the curved surface area of a hemisphere with negligible thickness. Got it? Now if you are asked to find the total surface area. Now see, this base is hollow. There is no surface here. So its curved surface area or total surface area is equals to what? Curved surface area. Its total surface area is equals to what? Curved surface area. Got it? And if you are asked to find this total surface area, you add. It will be how much? 4 pi r square. Total surface area means external plus internal curved surface area. That will give you how much? 4 pi r square. Got it? So total surface area will be equal to what? Curved surface area. Right? Because there is no base. It's hollow. It's just like a bowl. Right? So the external curved surface area plus internal curved surface area, that is equals to 4 pi r square. And total surface area is equals to curved surface area. So that will again be equals to 4 pi r square. Got it? Now let's take a hollow hemisphere with some thickness. Got it? What we'll take? A hollow hemisphere with some thickness. Now this is a hollow hemisphere with some thickness. It's called hemispherical shell also we call it. Right? That means this part is hollow. This is solid. It has some thickness all around. Right? If you cut that coconut into two halves, right, you will get a hemisphere with some thickness. Got it? So it has two radii. One is internal, this is small r. One is external, this capital R. Now if I ask you to find its curved surface area of a hemispherical shell or a hemisphere with some thickness. So its curved surface area will be first the external curved surface area. Right? Its external curved surface area. Right? So its external curved surface area will be how much? Same that of a hemisphere, 2 pi r square. The radius is how much? R. External radius is r. So external curved surface area will be 2 pi r square. Right? Now if its internal curved surface area you are asked to find. So if it is internal, we'll take internal radius because from inside also it will be spherical. So it will be 2 pi small r square. This is internal curved surface area. Got it? So total curved surface will be total curved surface area will be external curved surface plus internal curved surface area. How much will it be? External plus internal, that is 2 pi r square plus 2 pi small r square. So it will be 2 pi capital R square plus small r square. So this will give you what? Total curved surface area. How much 2 pi r square? Sorry, 2 pi r square is the external curved surface area. 2 pi small r square is the internal curved surface area. So if you add these two, this will give you total curved surface area. If you are asked to find, no, this is not the total curved surface area, right? Now the total surface area, how much is the total surface area? It is the curved surface area, total curved surface area plus area of this base, right? Plus area of a base, right? The area of this base. Got it. Now, so the total surface area will be how much? How much is the curve? What will be the area of this base? Base will be somewhat like this. If you see, this is the base. This is small r and this is capital R. So its area will be how much? Area of this will be pi into capital R square minus small r square, right? Pi r square means from bigger area of bigger circle subtract area of this circle, because this part is hollow. So take pi common, then pi r square minus small r square. So total surface area will be this curved surface area plus area of this base. So it will be equals to how much? 2 pi r square plus r square plus area of this base, pi r square minus r square. Got it? So this will give you the total surface area of this hemisphere with some thickness. Got it? So this is, remember, this is the total surface area. This is the total curved surface area. That is the external curved surface area plus internal curved surface area. So this is the total curved surface area. This is the total surface area. That is the total curved surface area. This plus the area of this base. That is how much? Pi capital R square minus small r square. Why? From this bigger circle. That is from pi r square you subtract area of this small circle. Pi small r square. Pi you can take common, so you will get r square minus r square. The same thing you will get, right? So this is the total surface area. Now if the volume is asked, what is asked? Volume of this, right? Now here if you say the capacity of it, means how much water or how much fluid it can hold, or how much fluid can you fill inside it, that is called capacity, right? Volume if you are finding, that is what? Capacity. So that will be equals to half the volume of this, whatever the volume of this inner hollow part, right? It's a hemisphere, so its volume will be how much? 2 upon 3 pi r cube. So this will give you what? Capacity of this, what? The hemisphere, right? Capacity means how much fluid you can fill inside it. That is equals to 2 upon 3 pi r cube. So in a question, if it is there, the water is filled inside this hemisphere. What is the volume of the water? You will apply this formula because that is the capacity. Got it? Now the second thing comes, I am writing it here, the volume of the material of which it is made up of. Volume of the material. Volume of the material, right? So what will be the volume of the material of which it is made up of, right? I am writing it this side, I think it's not visible, right? So let me rub this part, there is no space. So now volume of the material, right? This is, first you calculate volume of this whole hemisphere, that is 2 upon 3 pi r cube. This is the volume of this whole hemisphere. From this subtract this, the hollow part, volume of this hollow part, 2 upon 3 pi small r cube. So this will give you the remaining part of this hemisphere, the volume of the remaining part. What is remaining part? It is solid, so you will get a volume of the material. So it will be 2 upon 3 pi, you can take common, it will be r cube minus small r cube. So this will give you what? The volume of the material of which this hemisphere is made up of. Right. So remember, if the capacity is asked how much fluid it can hold, you will apply 2 upon 3 pi r cube. If it is asked in the question, find the volume of the material of which it is made up of. So from the whole hemisphere, volume of whole hemisphere, you subtract this because this is hollow, there is no material here. That is how much? 2 upon 3 pi r cube. Right. So whatever is left, this is left, this will give you what? Volume of this hemisphere or the material of which it is made up of. Got it? Now, in the next video lesson, we'll take some questions based on hemisphere and spheres. Got it?